Hey guys, Zativert here, and this video is about the remake function. Remaking in League of Legends is an option that players have when the clock reaches 3 minutes and a member of their team has not yet connected to the game. It results in the match instantly ending and all players having the game recorded as a remake instead of a win or a loss. The majority of you have probably heard high-ranked players or streamers plenty of times saying that dodging some champ selects is an important part of climbing to avoid playing some matches where you or your teammates might not be playing their ideal role or champion, or somebody on your team looks like they're just trolling. Or maybe the matchup or the team composition looks really unfavorable to you, because although you might lose a bit of LP, you won't lose MMR, which is what determines your LP gains and losses. Dodging is very simple. It costs 3 LP or 10 LP if you do it again within 24 hours of having dodged, and all you have to do is close your client and you'll be able to queue again in 6 minutes or 30 minutes if you dodge twice in a row, or now apparently with the latest update, 12 hours if you dodge 3 times within a 24-hour period. But what if I told you that you can dodge any game you want even after the game has started? And no, I'm not talking about using some kind of hacks. As you might have guessed, I'm talking about using the remake function. Remaking a game is simple and effortless. All you have to do is, once the game has gone through, close out of the load screen with Alt F4 or close out of the game within the first minute and 30 seconds, and then make sure to close any League of Legends client you have open as well after that, as having a client open might prevent your team from remaking. Once this is done, you just have to wait about 3 to 5 minutes for the game to be remade by your team and you're done. If you want to keep tabs on this to know when it's done, you can open the op.gg page for the account that you're playing on. You will lose a varying amount of LP, which seems to depend on how much LP the game thinks you would have lost for losing that game, which depends on your rank and your MR. Unless you're at 0 LP of a 4th division or in Masters. You may also get a 1 game LP penalty, which will make you lose an additional 2 LP or so on your next win or loss. And if it's your first time, the game will ask you to agree not to leave games, but you will get no time penalty at first and you'll be able to queue up again right away. As long as you do not remake frequently, this punishment should be consistently the same every time. I should quickly note that if you remake a game while duo, your duo will also receive the same penalty as you for the remake, and that the LP penalty cannot be avoided by playing other game modes as well. As far as lever buster penalties, I messed around with this on a random account and my experience with it was that the second game also only gave me the LP penalty, but the third game gave me a 5-minute wait time for me to be able to queue up. The fourth game gave me a 10-minute wait time, and afterwards my wait time was changed to a 2-minute wait time and stayed at 2 minutes permanently afterwards with no limit to how many games I could remake, while only being penalized with a bit of LP loss and a 2-minute wait time on my next queue. Keep in mind these games were sequential, and that this normally wouldn't happen if you're just remaking one in every 10 or 20 or 30 games. I'm sure some of you have seen the screenshots of people remaking hundreds of games and found it funny, but these are important evidence to show that remaking 100% cannot get you banned from League of Legends, and that remaking does not affect your MMR. I'll show here on the screen so you can see. So basically, remaking is just an expensive dodge that wastes a lot more of everybody's time, and which also gives you the luxury of seeing both teams before you make your decision to remake. I personally see some challenger players using remakes to their advantage, but it's not very common, which I think is largely due to most players not knowing about it. So I hope this video is able to help some of you guys out with your ranked grind, and although there's lots I could rant about on this subject, I'm going to keep this video brief. So that's all. Thank you for watching. I hope the video was both helpful and enjoyable, and I hope you have a nice day.